I think one of the biggest challenges in our modern society that attacks and undermines what we believe is the idea of feelings. Feelings. I think many of us, we have these feelings that we feel like God and Christianity, it just feels counter to culture. It feels like God is anti-progress, or God is anti-science, or the Bible is anti-woman, or the Bible and God are anti-love and all of its expressions. But I want to try to illustrate to you this idea, and I want to kind of unpack this for you. And this is why I think many of us, we struggle with knowing what to believe, and I think it's all about the idea of making Jesus more palatable. We want to make Jesus palatable. We want to make him so where he's easier to consume. I'm excited because in March I'm preaching on this idea of that Jesus actually was very polarizing. And I think in our society where we're going, well, I don't want Jesus to be. No, Jesus was very polarizing. And so how many black coffee fans do I have in the house? Like, you are black coffee. Don't give it to me any other way. I remember the first time I drank black coffee, I thought I was drinking poison. I thought, what is this filth? This is what Satan drinks. This is so nasty. You know, my dad was like, you drink coffee, that put hair on your chest. And you're like, I don't want hair on my chest. I'm like, I don't know. I'm 10. Like, that's gross. And I think a lot of us, when we first get exposed to the Bible, God, and Jesus, we're like, whoa, way too strong, man. That's way too strong for me. And so what we try to do is we try to dilute him a little bit, right? And the great thing about black coffee is this: when you really get to know black coffee, it has so many subtle flavors and complexities, and it's so good. The depth is, man, it's like I can taste fruit, I can taste chocolate. How many of you guys are like, no, I just taste dirt? So what we do is we go, well, listen, man, coffee is too strong. So what I want to do is I want to dilute it a little bit. I'm going to add some oat milk because I'm healthy. And so I'm going to put it in here, and I'm going to swirl it around, and it's going to be really good. Now, if I were to tell you that this is coffee and so is this, you all would agree, right? Is this coffee? Yeah, it's coffee. And so for many of us, we're going, well, this is still coffee even though it's diluted. And so we make it a little bit more palatable. And so what happens is sometimes we take the strong Jesus and the Jesus straight out of the coffee bean and straight out of the filter, and we go, it's a little too strong. So I want to make it a little bit more appeasing and appealing to people. Now these two things would both be considered coffee. Like, you can go to Starbucks or wherever you go, and you can order a lavender latte, and you would still call it coffee. The challenge, though, is that if you're 13 and you don't like the coffee too much, you want a frappuccino. Come on, how many of you guys? I want extra whipped cream on it too, right? I want some chocolate chips in it, and so you get a cappuccino, and here becomes the discussion. Well, is this still coffee? I don't know, man. That 13-year-old girl would say yes. And some of you 37-year-old woman would still say yes. And you 45-year-old man would still say, yeah, that's still coffee. And I would say this, that all right, like maybe, I mean, you're kind of stretching it a little bit, but it has coffee in it. It has the flavor of coffee. It has the essence of coffee. But I don't know if it's the same thing as this. Is this the same thing as this? No, but it definitely tastes better. Come on, right? Like it, and it has about 8,000 calories. But it tastes better. And I think this is what we do. We try to go, man, Jesus' view on sexuality is just too strong. We need to sugar it up. Jesus' teaching on sin is just too strong. We need to sweeten it up. Jesus, and here's my thing, like, that'll preach to the choir, but to the lost, they still like this. Now we're going to take it a little further. Now, tonight, when you're watching the playoff game, you might go for a scoop of coffee-flavored ice cream. Come on, can I get an amen? So we like the flavor of coffee without having to actually have coffee. Y'all know where I'm going. We like the flavor of Jesus without actually having to have Jesus. Like we like his idea on Jesus forgives me of all the stupid things I do. But no, I'm not going to live holy. I'll just ask him for forgiveness every time, right? Oh, I know. I don't want to step on your toes, right? Okay, okay. Again, like I know that preaches good to the choir, but the world, if this is what we present to them, that's what they think Jesus is. And then when they interact with people who drink black coffee, because here's what I would ask, is this coffee? Is this coffee? Is this coffee? Maybe? Is this coffee? No. Now, if I come to your house and you believe that this is coffee, and I go, hey, can I have some coffee? And you give me this, I'm going to go, what? I don't want that. I don't know what to believe anymore. Hang on. So then we go, okay, I'm going to get a protein shake because like life help. And we turn Jesus into like a leadership guru, right? He's building myself up. He's like a graduated version of Tony Robbins. And it's kind of right, you know. And we keep diluting until all of a sudden we start creating our own concoctions. And now Jesus is all about leadership and self-help and self-development, and it just has the flavor of Jesus without actually being Jesus. All right. I'm keep going. I got some Greek yogurt, health. Jesus is all about soul care. Jesus is all about making me as healthy as possible, which, I mean, he does want to make you healthy, right? And suddenly, we've got something that now is flavored and is so far from the original that now is like this version, and then we got another one. I got this. This is called Coffee and Brownie Bliss, right? So y'all can have that after the 11:30. I'll bless your life. And now Jesus is a dessert with coffee, brownie, bliss. Now here's the challenge for many of us, which is why we struggle with I don't know what to believe. Because we don't like strong Jesus. We want something that's a little sweeter, and then we try to go through our life and go, look at my coffee. It's so good, y'all. Like I like my coffee strong, or I like my coffee with leadership, right? I like my coffee with just like social justice, or I like my coffee with just some soul care. And it becomes this idea, here we go, that we dilute it to the level of our palatability that we actually distort it. Let me say that again. Let me help you. We dilute Jesus down to our preference and to our own taste to where it's not even Jesus anymore. And then when we try to take Jesus, or the Jesus that we think Jesus is, and we try to apply him to our life, and all of a sudden he doesn't work, we go, I don't know what to believe anymore. And I'm saying, sweetheart, that's Greek yogurt. That ain't coffee. That's spiritualism. That's not Jesus, right? That's Buddhism, not Jesus, right? That's crystals. That's not Jesus, right? And then the whole world is looking at Christianity going, y'all don't know what to believe. Because you got a church full, and you got a whole society full of this giant spectrum of going, I don't really know what, I'm building my faith around my preference. And Jesus is going, listen, man, if you just have some black coffee, like, I know he may not taste great at the beginning. He may challenge you. He may speak into you. But come on, where are my coffee lovers at? The more I get to know Jesus, the more I dive into the depth and the complexity of Jesus, suddenly I begin to taste the flavors that I could never taste before. And suddenly, come on, how many do it in the morning? I need him first thing in the morning. Don't send me anywhere else. I need Jesus in the first thing. Like, I don't want to wake up and do anything. Don't talk to me. I don't want to go to work until I have my Jesus, unless you're in high school and you go to Starbucks and you get Frappuccinos. And that's why I think so many people struggle to believe. It's because we've distorted the truth. We turn this idea of following Jesus into like this little like spiritual scavenger hunt. Go find what you want to. We've reduced Jesus all the way down. And that's why the world struggles to go, what Jesus do you want me to believe in?